is to make sure we call attention to our diversity, equity, and inclusion and our mission statement. And this is my favorite part of it. There's a bunch more, but this is the most important part to me. So take it in, welcome. We have a bunch of visiting people here today. Let's go around the room. Or no, just people that haven't been here in person in a while.
Who are you again?
Howard, welcome back.
Howard Stauffer! Yay! One of our own!
This table, would you introduce yourselves if you don't mind?
The pleasure of introducing our exchange student from Uganda, Mazo. Jamie Jensen, Robin's mom, and now mom for Mazo as well.
And this very back table.
Oh, hi, Mike from Red Coast Energy Authority. Stephen and Jamie are here with us again.
Excellent.
Welcome. They're going to be our program this morning. And everybody else is here. We had some adventures over the weekend or the past couple of weeks, so Amanda.
This is why I missed, on the left two pictures, I missed all of the July meetings because I went to Idaho and back to my old stomping grounds where I went on an 8-day rafting trip with my family on the Maine Salmon, which was amazing, and I loved it. My first job out of high school was working as a raft guide, so always like to get back there.
Were you celebrating anything?
Just the mountains,
Life.
the river,
Bob?
summer.
And while she was doing that, I was watching her dog Jack. No, I think Vanessa put that in there because that was the only picture she could find. Yeah, we had a couple good shows, played some music over the weekend in Eureka in Old Town on Friday night, and then at Mad River Tap Room on Saturday. Had a really, really good time. So anyway, it was that.
Is Charlie here? No. This memorial run is Saturday morning, 9 a.m. in Redwood Park, 9th annual. You can email Health Sport, and they're on Facebook too. Like there's an event on Facebook, so you can find them and participate if you can. There's a 2-miler walk and a 7-mile run.
It's a really hard one.
Oh, really? Yeah.
He was a seal.
So just do the 2.
And you gotta do it saying,
Is Chris here?
Chris is not here. But I told Chris that I would say something about the races. Do you know what the day the races are?
August 26th.
Okay, we want to see everybody out at the races on August 26th. I told Chris I would come and cheer for him. I would also give you my hint about how to bet on horses. So Chris says just look at the name. Like what can you know from a name? What I suggest is before every race they run the horses like around. You've got to go look at the horses. Look for any with injuries. If they have tape on their foot, don't bet on them to win. I also recommend that you just bet to show, because instead of win plays show, because then even if they come in third, you get to win a little bit of money and it's still fun. So come out to the races. Those are my 2 tips. I told Chris I would send everybody, and there you go. Okay.
I've heard watch for them to poop, and that's the winner.
Oh, yes.
I feel like Rebecca's more scientific.
Can't take me anywhere. Row me.
All right. So once again, this is such an important event. And because it's so important that we discuss mental health, that we support each other, that we reach out for each other, and it's a huge epidemic. Suicide has affected our nation, the world, but Humboldt County especially, 2.5 times the average of the state and the nation, right here at home. And so really serious issue that we need to talk about. We need to reach out because suicide prevention absolutely can be done, and it can make all the difference. And what we have to do, though, is build education and awareness and support for families who have been affected and for people who are struggling. So our Team Rotary Club Arcata Sunrise is the strongest team, which is awesome, but that doesn't mean sit back and say, great, check, done. It means add to that, please. If you haven't, join our team. You can be a virtual walker or a walker. You can also make a donation, please do. It all goes to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and we get out there on the plaza, do the walk, but really it's raising awareness, raising support, and the people who have been affected by suicide or struggle with suicidal thoughts, that support means everything. So join our team, get out there and help.
And be on the lookout next week or early August, or early September. There's going to be a Sign Up Genius. They need help the day of the race in the morning.
Thank you. Jay?
AJ's going to send that up shortly, or at his leisure. This is October. We're busy. We'll get to that. Thank yous. Okay, these are hues today. Rebecca, first of all, thank you for all of your work in the Sunrise Sale.
Rebecca was just making decisions, which I so appreciate. This is going to go here, this is going to go here, that's the price, that's the price, that's the price. So, so we just saw delegating to Rebecca, she's going to get it done. Oh my goodness, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. You get a thank you. I want to thank Jamie for hosting. Oh. And also for rallying immediately. Here's the ice cream cone. And Joyce for being here. Okay. Sorry, buddy. Oh, it's right. Ian for doing all the vetting and making sure this person was on time. Everything is done.
Vanessa, speaking of vetting, where's Craig? Here, there you are. Hey, Craig rose to the challenge immediately when I put out the first email to do that thing, so I got him a Rotary People of Action shirt.
And just because timing is amazing, we're still, this is the largest reminder, we're still looking for teddy bears for the kids' day in court. So this is from Terry to, where did she go? There she goes.
Right, well, it's almost as big as I am,
Yes.
so a very special child will get that one.
Here's a tall child.
That's right.
And all the rest will have a bear.
That's right. What is bigger to be a single?
Board updates. So we just had our monthly board meeting that meets Umpqua Bank. Thanks to AJ. There is breakfast, but you have to eat it. I'm not going to make it again. Dues are due. You got a notice that your dues are due. At least half of them are already past due. Please pay your dues. Watch the mail. Sophie's going to send out another invoice, our treasurer, and be on the lookout for that. Please, we've already paid for you to be in this room. Please pay your dues. Sunrise Summer Sale. I don't know the final numbers. We don't have them yet. No. You did a deposit, I think.
Oh, no. That was the cash portion. I did give the receipt to Nick.
Okay. Part of the proceeds went to DEI, 500 of those dollars that were raised. to continue their best efforts and to honor all the work that most of that committee did to make sure that thing happened and went off smoothly. Black Humboldt has a call for donations.
Yes, the Black Humboldt is putting together backpacks for the new school year, and they're asking for donations of.
So all that cleaning you did for the Sunrise Summer Sale, and we said we wouldn't take clothes, we'll take clothes, infants to adults, men, women.
Gently used, and school supplies, backpacks. Says we can take them to the Griffin.
We can, yeah, so that's
Awesome. It is, their event is the 28th, so next weekend, so sometime in the next week. They're also asking for gift cards in small amounts, so
Small,
$5, $10.
okay. And not to the Griffin.
No, thank you.
For the children.
So I don't have any, they weren't specific with details about packing or the day of event, but what I can do is be a place to drop all of your donations off. That's the first step. As details emerge, I'll try to get them to you, but the least thing we can do is participate. So that's that. And just a little reminder, there is a Zoom fee of $10 that subsidizes our Zoom cost, our breakfast cost here. So what I would really like to say is just, you could show up in person and just pay $6 for breakfast. Just think of it that way. You're gonna pay for the meeting anyway.
Why the extra 6?
So, there you go. Jessica, do you want to talk about what fellowship is going to do?
Fellowship, sure.
And President Vanessa Maggie texted me that Lorna Bryant is on.
Yes, yes. Welcome, Lorna.
Good morning, everyone, from the Fellowship Committee. We are working on some social events where we can gather as in smaller groups, have those conversations that help link us to each other, link us to each other and to the organization. The first one, you heard from Rebecca, then we're going to go to the races, and that's our August social. That will be next week. Post time for the first race is 3 o'clock. And we encourage you to bring a chair so that you can sit down in front of the grandstands. We sort of collect our chairs together, and then you can bet, you can go wander the fair, you can do all of those sorts of things as well. So that's the August social.
What day?
Next Friday,
Right.
the 26th. Post time 3 o'clock. Yes, not today, next week. In September, we anticipate a Mattakit cruise. We're working out those details, so be on the watch for that. In October, we're working on a potential mini golf day. And in November, well, it's Taste of the Holidays, so we're all going to be social at Taste of the Holidays for sure. So yeah, those are things. I'm sorry I don't have the exact dates yet, but look for those. And those are things. Oh, we've also talked about the potential of a Sunday afternoonish at Fieldbrook Winery to go. You can order pizza and have beverages. They have a really lovely yard. So yeah, okay. Yeah.
Can I make an announcement about the cleanup?
Yes, please. I'm just going to ask.
It's a week from tomorrow. Yes. The Adopt a Highway cleanup out at the Nature Center out in Manila. It's early, 8:30 to 10. Get in, get out, get on with the rest of your day. So I hope, I think Adri said now to Sign Up Genius. Sign up. See you there a week from tomorrow.
Ian.
One more save the date. We have a welcome party of all three, Arcata Sunrise, Arcata, and Mad River, to welcome the Mutual Club's exchange students on September 7th at River Park. There will be more info coming.
Terry, you have some new Paul Harris fellows.
Okay. So, as a reminder, a Paul Harris Fellow is an award that we give to members after they have donated $1,000 to the Rotary Foundation. Now, they don't have to do that themselves. I have a lot of boxes here. Am I throwing them on the floor? Yeah, thank you. Okay, cool. So I'm going to start a little backwards, but do a fun thing, because you don't have to stop when you have your own Paul Harris Fellow. You can make your grandchildren Paul Harris Fellows, like Joyce did. Thank you very much.
Who are the grandbabies?
There is Bennett, who is Lacey's 1-year-old.
Nice.
And there is William, who is Kayla's 7 months old. More math has to happen with that. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. And I love the Rotary Foundation, and my gift to all the new members of our club is to make them a Paul Harris Fellow. So if Hannah would come up, please. Now, Hannah knows very well that just because I've done this doesn't mean it's not a reason for her to give to the Rotary Foundation, because she gave me a bunch of cash this morning for Final Friday. Thank you very much. Thank you. And Bobby? Thank you very much. And I know you'll keep giving too. And Pat. She's already played a lot with Final Friday, so she's a good one. We know that. Okay, I have more. We'll do later. And again, with the theme of not stopping at 1, would Carol please come up?
Excellent.
See, I'm the perfect person to do Rotary Foundation because it involves jewelry. And when you get past 1, you get a little blue stone, and there's more to come.
More to come.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
And when I hand out information about your giving, I like when people really read it. And Rebecca's one of those who really read it. And she said, wait, I'm this close to get, so would you please come up? But $4, I get 2 stones. Thank you.
All right, we need some volunteers. Oktoberfest is coming, 1st of October. It's a drive-by from the Griffin, grill up some sausages, make some beautiful cater-inspired recipes. They're delicious and amazing. But I need somebody to run it. So Marty tentatively said yes.
Somebody wants to help, yeah.
But he needs all the help he can get.
That's the way I make myself.
So just keep that in the back of your mind. It's going to come up fast. I'll start that email chain going, and we'll have a blast. And then Jeff got here just in time.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'll help.
All right, first, that's on record, but you also wanted Taste of the Holidays.
Yes.
Okay.
And before he gets started, we were just talking about Paul Harris Fellows, and I have a pin for you with 4 blue stones.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, thank you. Taste of the Holidays coming up. It's going to be live and in person this year. It should be a lot of fun. We're going to need everybody's help, so I'm going to reach out to the people that were on the committee last year, but if you weren't on it, go ahead and reach out to me. Just let me know at a meeting or send me an email or something that I want to be involved in Taste of the Holidays. So it'll be at the Arcata Community Center, what is it, the week before? Don't let me do math right now. I barely woke up.
17.
This isn't a question because I know what Taste of the Holidays, but can you explain what Taste for those of us who were new since it became virtual? What's in-person Taste of the Holidays?
Oh yeah. So the Taste of the Holidays is that we have a lot of wine, beer, and food vendors come, and we set up the tables. And we normally do like a raffle or something like a silent auction type thing.
We take over the Arcata Community Center.
And it's amazing. I mean, the place fills up, and it's a lot of work if you've ever worked it before. So we have the electric, we have tables, we have decorations. So it's an all hands on board. So for those new members that are here and maybe haven't participated, everybody, the whole club gets together, works, and sets this up and gets going. So it's a big event and it's a lot of fun.
And it's a serious fundraiser for us, so please, please,
Yeah.
please participate.
And you'll get
Yeah,
to sell
it's-
tickets to it also.
I knew I was forgetting something. Yeah,
But they sell easily.
they do,
And
yeah.
they, especially this year, because it's the first time, and this was
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. And so, and with tickets, don't worry about it. They do go really easily. And, you know, what I think I did my first year was I just bought them all myself and then gave them out to friends. And then those friends came back and said, do you have tickets for that? That was one, you know, so they go really quick. So, thank you. Yeah.
So, the highlight of this morning, if he wants to get up, I don't know. You can do whatever you want to. I want to thank all the photographers that sent me pictures. I picked these because it just, like, there was so much love in the room or in the airport. So, welcome. This is Lazo.
So I'd like to say thank you for hosting me as the Rotary Club of Akita Sunrise. So I'm from a Rotary Club in Uganda, District 9214. Yeah, so thank you for hosting, and I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. Excited to be here.
Raffle? All right.
I'll put my mouth.
She plays.
My comment is amazing.
Also, would you please take a ticket out of here? Okay? I have to put my glasses on so I can read it. Okay, first ticket up is last 4 letters, 0334. Number 0334.
Oh, that's
You know the drill.
I do. Pick them up, Marty. Nick?
$5.
You got 5 in here somewhere.
I'll take a couple of them.
Well, you get one. Oh. Thank you. And Jamie, would you please pick, oh, you have to pick a ticket first. Okay, you want to read that? So I'm going to put my glasses on.
0321.
0321.
All of it.
Obviously, that table was the lucky table.
Dig deep, dig deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Move your flowers. See how that goes for you. If you hold on to them.
And then as I prep for the presentation, Terry's going to have one more.
My morning vision isn't what it could be, Dallas. Please come up.
We have another Paul Harris photo.
There you go. I know you'll keep donating. Thank you very much.
Greg, you want to announce the people?
If I remember their name,
Introduce the speakers.
I'm going to introduce the speaker. I just found out. So many of you know about the Redwood Coast Energy Authority, which is a joint powers authority that covers Humboldt County. I also work for a joint powers authority. It's the most exciting thing you could work for. And they do a lot of great stuff. You know, we're part of what's called a community aggregation, so they buy power and sell it for us, and we make a little money here, and we save a little money. There's all sorts of wind energy. They have a lot of great programs for energy reduction for your homes and businesses. Anyway, it's an amazing organization that started locally, grew, and this morning we're going to learn more about them. So, and you know, being 57 years old, I forget names. So, Mike.
And Mike and Jamie.
And Jamie I know because Jamie and I emailed.
Their cheerleader.
Well, and Steven, yeah, I know Steve. So, and I want to give him a special thanks because I think we contacted him on Tuesday or Wednesday and said, hey, what are you doing 7 a.m. Friday morning? And I said, we'll be there. Well, I don't know if Mike did, but Jamie said they'd be there. So, you got volunteered for it. So, anyway, give him a warm welcome. Let's talk energy.
We already talked about one of the slides, thanks for that.
I'm not going to go too, I just warm them up.
Yeah, nice, and like you were saying, we might not be new to you, I'm willing to bet we've done projects with a number of the folks in the building. Here I am, Mike, Redwood Coast Energy Authority, been here about 12 years with this company, about 30 years in Humboldt, my third career. 2 adult kids, went through the public school system, and so here we are, boots on the ground, doing a installation. We actually still do a lot of lighting projects. And I was working here, Humboldt Bay Fire that day, just installing. So, like Greg was saying, Joint Powers Authority. So all of the community, basically, we have a board with all the members, all the cities, the county, the water district, and so we're trying to, be more sustainable, do projects in the community for us, to help make us a better community. I'm not going to read line by line on each slide, but we'll go through it, and, if we have questions at the end, we have Stephen here. He's if I'm not able to answer something, or we have help. Jamie also can help if you guys have questions at the end. All right, so everybody was enrolled in 2017. Now we've been around since 2005, but Community Choice Energy actually started in 2017, and everybody was opted in. People can opt out if they'd like. There's not, there's more benefit in being opted in, actually, because you get a better rate. And the money is local, too, so the money is kept here in the community. So here's this little graphic just showing us here. We're buying building electricity supply, and then PG&E does all of the delivery, the maintaining the lines, and the billing. All of the infrastructure is done by PG&E. So we don't do any of the billing. And benefit of that is, affordable rates, actually lower rates than PG&E. We always try to stay lower than PG&E, and cleaner energy too. So moving on to some of our local projects, you guys may be familiar with this one up at the Arcata Airport. So it's a microgrid coupled with the battery system, and also going in more electric vehicle charging stations. So when we're cut off from the rest of the world after the big power outage, after the big one hits, this is making us more resilient. Okay, so we can still run the airport, we can still run the Coast Guard, yeah, and then it's actually some surrounding community there too. So this is up and running, really exciting. So here's one that, and by the way, we do have materials here, brought plenty of materials, so the guys would like to connect with you after this stuff, after this too, we can talk. So on the tables also I brought some materials, this slideshow, and some other, there's a sample report and stuff too. So if you guys have more questions about this, hopefully by 2030, big project, another one to help us become, more resilient. So the offshore wind project. I'm not gonna say I'm an expert on it, so then any questions, let's talk more. This one I do really involved with this one, an efficiency kit for a home. So anybody that's one of our customers can get a free kit, help them save money and energy in their house, customized to their needs. I have a sample kit here. There's some of the items that can go into this. So we customize this box, things that you can use, I'm saying you, but any homeowner or any resident, and they could be a renter also. And so we send them some box of things to help them save money in their house. This right here is an assessment and a report. That doesn't cost you anything either. There's a sample on the table of this now getting. Taking a look at the house, you know, the water heating, the furnace, this, you know, any secondary space heating, the appliances, the attic, the crawl space, the windows. Taking all this information, taking the customer's interest, and making a report, giving you ways to save, recommended upgrades. You know, hey, what should people have questions? What should I do to my house? I don't know. I'm uncomfortable. My bills are high. Well, okay, we can help you. Now this assessment report doesn't cost anything either, like I said. We do referrals to third-party programs too, and like I said, customized to the person. I'm not going to say, hey, go unplug your, you know, garage fridge if you don't have a garage fridge, for example. You know, it's like it's going to be pertaining to you and your situation. Okay, so businesses, we're trying to get businesses. I mean, there's money available for projects, and you know, we want signups. We want to serve the community. We want to do projects. Here we are after, you know, out in the fresh air having a meeting, you know, months ago. But we're trying to reduce your energy costs and yeah, do projects. Give us a call. We have customer interest forums, super easy actually on our website. If you're interested to do the customer interest forum, we can do it here. You can call us. We have somebody to answer the phone every day. So rebates. We have a rebate catalog. This is an exciting one too. People want new appliances. People want new kitchen equipment. They want new heating systems, and we do rebates for both in homes and commercial buildings. And our rebate catalog is going now. I don't have printed copies for you guys, but we do have the actual catalog on our website. And there's a card on the table too, if you guys want to scan the QR code, you can get there. Or you can go to the site. All right, so anymore, we have a local contractor and vendor network. Now we can work with basically almost any contractor. We have a list of contractors that have said, okay, you can list us on your list, and so we have that list of local contractors. Or this one's pretty exciting too. This is actually really sizable rebate for those customers that want to switch off of propane or secondary heating systems. So in a house, people have propane furnaces, they have wood, they want to get off of it. I don't know, kerosene, diesel fuel, whatever, they want to get off of that and switch to electric. They can get a $3,100 rebate for a water heater or a space heater. Mini split heat pump, could be a ducted heat pump system too. So we have a guy that's waiting for your phone call right now. Nick Brandy, so his cell phone number's right there. So we're trying to do that. We're trying to do 20 projects here within by summertime. And then there's another grant that we're trying to get to do more of these projects. So I'm exciting. I think we're going to do more than 20, and we'll hopefully have more money for that for next year.
You
There's
might
a lot
not
of
be waiting for the call right now, maybe give them like 45 minutes or so.
Everyone calls
So there's a bunch of scams out there right now, unfortunately. We're trying to combat this, and we don't go door to door. We don't go knocking on people's doors, despite some reports. You know, there's these ones where people are getting a call and say, your power's going to get shut off unless you send us a gift card. It's fake. So we're trying to combat this, and we get calls all the time. If you do get it, just report it and don't pay it. Of course, people knocking on doors trying to get money, but we have a list of places people can pay. We cannot collect your PG&E payment, but we can actually look at your bill. If you're interested in something, if you have billing questions, we can talk to you about that. We have people at the office that talk about that.
Sorry, just
Go for it.
real quick too, like one that's real common, and it's just that RCA has nothing to do with gas service whatsoever. And that's one that seems to continually come back around our area, that people are knocking on the door and that they're trying to sell gas service and using our name in misleading ways. So,
Only the electric.
Only electric, yes. We do not deal with any gas service, electricity. Thanks for that, Steve. So here we are, it's getting to the season. We had a flex alert, I think yesterday, the day before. We have lots more information on some of these public safety power shutoffs and flex alerts. They're two separate events. You guys may know.
What is a flex alert?
Yeah.
Flex alert, it means that the electric grid is under strain because there's a high electric load, mostly in the other parts of the state. People are trying to use their air conditioners on hot days, and it's really straining the grid. That means it's trying to save electricity to help not strain the grid so much, in short. So, here, look at out there, perilous plunge. We have some job openings, and one of them may be filled, but we do have another one actually going in soon too. So we have living wage jobs for people, and so if you know anybody that wants a job, we have an infrastructure program manager. This is like money available for the infrastructure, more charging stations for electric vehicles, projects like that. We need an HR person and someone to help develop our workforce. And then, like I said, there are jobs coming open all the time with us. So we're out in the community too, so we like to do things out there. Questions? Anybody want to get signed up? You have a business that needs our services? Go ahead.
What's the status of the offshore wind project? Is
Let's
it
go
an
back to it.
idea or a done deal? Or?
Not a done deal. Many things to do still. There were just lots of red tape, and like I said, I don't have the words.
I can take that.
Yeah.
So we fully expect there to be a lease auction this fall for the Humboldt call area and for the call areas further south. And so that's when the feds, the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, open it up for companies to bid on it. RCA has been working with a consortium of different companies to have to be bidding on the project with them, but it's really unknown who's going to be winning those bids, or if there'll be multiple bids. There'll probably be multiple companies developing And then it's still like everything, any kind of development project, it's gonna be many years until we actually see any turbines out in the ocean producing energy. That's a company winning the bid is almost the very first step. Then they'll have to go through all the environmental and planning and development, and I could put my other hat on with the Harbor District, but I try not to do that too much, but there's a lot going on with that too. But it's really exciting that there's a lot of local initiative to keep as much local benefit in the process as possible.
When do the changes terrible people get their turn to talk?
They
already are.
There's been plenty of stakeholder engagement though with those who have concerns about it, and many people have very legitimate concerns. There's always, anytime you're doing something, there's things being impacted, and so there's definitely legitimate concerns, and there's been a lot of stakeholder group meetings and will continue to be.
And I'm sorry, are there any likely hurdles? I mean, obviously there's a lot to be done. Can it be stopped at any of those points?
Your window, but I'll say, we probably have people in the room who know this as well as I do. Probably the biggest hurdle that we have locally is our transmission lines going out of the county. It was built to feed energy into the county, which is, compared to the rest of California, not that much, so they're not very high capacity lines. And so if we were going to fully build out the potential that we have for offshore wind here, there's not, right now the current infrastructure is not built to export that. But a lot of very intelligent people are looking at very many solutions to that.
I'm not one of the intelligent people, but but I have been involved in the process, and I want to give a shout out to RCEA because early on when this offshore wind discussion started, they put together a process and solicitation for these consortiums that Stephen was talking about, these companies, and I got to serve on that committee, which was fun, except the proposals probably stacked about this high when we finally had to look at them. And but RCA said, we want to be involved in this and not just have it be the federal government and some big companies, but we want community. So so that was great. So yeah, as there was a group through what's called the Core Hub, which is RCEA, Humboldt Area Foundation, and others, that put together a long document that listed RCAS for community benefits out of this leasing of the offshore, which is 20-30 miles offshore. And that was submitted August 1st. So RCA and others are really taking a lead to make sure that if this project develops and moves forward, that there is a community benefit all the way through a discussion of, in the letter, of decommissioning. If something, if it doesn't work or goes and it stops, that there is funding set aside for decommissioning, and those will all be credits against the bid for folks out there. The more community benefit they put in, the more bid credits they get. So shout out to RCA, Core Hub, which is RCA and Blue Lake Rancheria and Humboldt Area Foundation and others for making sure that this is benefiting our community as well as the environment and other things.
Nice. Ian?
So with RCA, what's been kind of the uptake rate or adoption rate of subscribers choosing the 100% renewable or 100% solar rate offerings that may not, a lot of people can't afford to put solar on the rooftop themselves, but could buy from renewable sources through your organization?
Yeah, you can buy electricity that comes from a 100% renewable source. You're asking for a number of people that are, I don't know.
Subscribers in the area, would you say it's half?
Not as many as we want. But I honestly don't know that, really. It's.
I mean, the rates are right there.
They are right there. Yeah, you just pay like a penny more per kilowatt hour or something like that. It's not worth, what, $5 a month maybe?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I'll just say, this morning you got Mike and I, who are on the demand side team, and so these questions of selling electricity, we don't necessarily have all the answers to, but you know, one of the great things about RCA is like if you call the number, somebody in Eureka will pick up the phone. It's not like calling other investor-owned utilities with the names. You know, and we'll, if they don't have the answer to the question, they'll transfer you to the person who does. But if I can sidetrack just a minute, because we are on the demand side, something that we're super excited about, and it might not seem like as such a big deal, but this is the first time RCA is locally offering direct to the customer rebates where you know, buy an appliance and you get a check essentially. And so we've just been launching that program and learning how complicated it is to launch programs like that, navigating the various funding streams and, you know, trying to bring together multiple funding streams into one pot so we can make it as easy to the customer. But this is a new way of delivering energy efficiency incentives to the customer, and we're looking at, we have a lot of things in the works of expanding, and we do a lot of work with businesses, as Mike said, you know, that will go there, do an assessment, help you like make a plan, not trying, you know, we're not trying to sell you things, which is a good thing too, we're just gonna help you like, what do you need? Oh, you don't like your lighting? A lot of people, you know, want to improve their lighting, not just for the energy efficiency, but it helps drive customers. And so, you know, there's a lot of things we can do to help reduce demand or help shift. You know, there's a big push in the state now for electrification, getting off natural gas and fossil fuels for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. And so that's what our team is there to help you with, but we also have the procurement team doing wind energy, solar, 100% renewable, and so we have multiple functions at our small agency.
Are you still doing the LED bulb replacement program? Yes. And I'll give it, you know, another shout out. At my old office, y'all came in and switched out all our fluorescents, our 4-foot fluorescent tubes for LED bulbs, and that was awesome. It was great.
It may have not cost you anything.
It did not cost us a cent.
Yeah, we did it at the Griffin too. And it was like, are you kidding? Like, it was resistant for so long.
I'll say if anyone knows of any businesses that might be interested in that, the very smart people at the California Public Utilities Commission have pretty much concluded that throughout California we've replaced all the fluorescent lighting, and so they're ending a lot of the programs for incentives for LED upgrades and at the end of this year. And so right now we're offering very generous incentives for lighting upgrades, trying to pay the full cost of the project, or nearly the full cost. So, but those incentives will end at the end of the year.
As far as the offshore wind, I have some handouts if you would like them. I have some. Pass them out.
Any other questions? I just have two last things. So I know Romy had a thank you she wanted to.
Oh, I did. Yay. I just get involved in the Taste of the Holidays, because that's our next big fundraiser, and Oktoberfest. But I want to give a huge thank you to the people who helped us kick off the first fundraiser, and it was an incredible team. Claire and Rebecca, who just did so much setup. John Golem, Steve, Craig, Vanessa, AJ, Bob Johnson, Chris and Lisa, Terry and Marty, Mike and his whole family, Nira, Karina, and Kiani, and Charlie Jordan, Peggy Metzger, all signed up and came and helped. Ian was there dropping off stuff, everyone who dropped off stuff. And Jessica, my favorite moment of the whole thing was Claire said, "Oh my gosh, your neighbor is so nice." She used their yard. I said, yeah, my neighbor didn't have a choice. My neighbor is my sister.
And I was gone also.
And she was gone. But anyway, so thank you to all of you, everyone who signed up. Please watch for those. AJ, thank you for making all those sign-up geniuses for everything we do. Because watch those and really, really sign up. It was just so wonderful to have the support, and it made it so that raising some money was fun. And I think that we were well over 3,000, something like 3,500, and really had a great time. time. Thank you to all of you for making that happen.
Did anybody thank Romy for?
Okay.
Okay, because she cleaned out her garage, and she there was stuff all over her house for 2 days. Kudos to her husband,
And the coffee was amazing.
Thanks so much for donating
There was
your
so much
house.
stuff. There were literally tables everywhere, and on Friday night to have dinner, we scooted 2 seats, and that was it. And the rest of our entire living room, dining room was stuff. It was awesome.
And then Rebecca for bringing a trailer.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh,
And Greg brought his truck. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
And thank you to Stephanie and Ian for putting stuff on the Facebook sale.
Thank you.
And Stephanie, some little girl was thrilled with you.
Yes.
She paid $5, but she was thrilled.
Perfect. And putting on the fire and light. So how much did fire and light alone raise? And that was donated by Janice and Craig. How much did that raise?
$14.75. There's still one piece left.
Wow.
A citrus moonstone platter. If anyone's interested, contact me.
And then I wanted to welcome Howard back in person, and he had a birthday recently and did
Something amazing.
Vanessa asked me if I would report, and we actually did have an interesting occasion for celebrating my birthday. We gathered our family up along the Deschutes River in Oregon. My daughter lives in Eugene, and my son in Grants Pass. My son and his partner, Marissa, and her 9-year-old, her cute 9-year-old son. We all gathered together along with a total of 5 dogs from their 2 families. And so we were right along the Deschutes River, and we could do some fishing, learn how to cast a lure out and reel it in. And my son does a lot of hiking. It's practically his leading hobby on weekends, hike all those mountain trails in southern Oregon. And he took us on a desert hike to a lava cave, and it was open to the public, although it's not well known, so nobody was there. But there were stairs that we could walk down into the cave, and it was just a lava cave, so there weren't tributaries going off of it, so it was safe to actually walk in the cave. We walked about a quarter of a mile up to the end of the cave and came back, and then back walking through the desert to get back to our cars. So it was a very nice long weekend that we had there in Oregon with my family.
Do we have anything else? Yes.
I want to do a round of applause and a thanks for our speakers who came out at the last minute.
Thank you for making that happen. Anybody else? All right. Thank you very much, guys. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you next week.